My name is Jagar Patel, and this is my Missy 427 final reflection learning video. I'm in the Wednesday class, and the first topic that I'll be covering is know what you know and what you don't know. And this topic is basically telling you to list out your true strengths and your true weaknesses and try to learn or improve those weaknesses. And the book gave a great example with Barton because in the beginning, when he got the CIO position, he was basically trying to learn, hey, how do I become a great CIO? Do I learn a lot of tech, or do I learn all these coding languages, all these implementations of different technology? Do I buy all these books and learn about them? But when he met the kid and the kid told him, know what you know and what you don't know, it kind of gave him a great sense of guidance of actually how to apply his real skills that he has and what he's good at into this job that he just got of being a CIO. And as the book progresses, the strengths that Barton possesses, such as great leadership and innovation in his work environment, it shows that he actually did apply his strengths into the weaknesses of his knowledge and technology. And while he was strengthening his knowledge of technology and learning more about technology and how technology changes all over the place, it shows that he actually became successful as a CIO in the end of the book. And basically this topic, it's basically applicable to real life because for any innovator or professional to actually improve in what they're working on, the first step is to actually find out what you're not good at, find out what you need to improve, and find out what you're actually good at, and possibly try to apply what you're not good at, or what you're good at to what you're not good at, which could lead to more greater success and actually learning more about what you're not good at. And an example that I could relate to would be my resume. Um, I could put that I'm good at Java and that I'm good at Python, but when I'm not good at Python, then I go to an interview and I tell the interviewer that, hey, I'm really good at Python, I'm really good at Java, but when I get a Python program question thrown at me, then the interviewer will just throw me in something that I don't want to be in, actually, and it will be like a double edged blade where I look good, but I actually don't know much. But instead of just being honest and telling them, hey, I'm weak at Python, but I'm great at Java, but I'm willing to learn more about Python. However, can I write this code in Java for you and how I can implement the code in Java and show that I actually can go through the thought process of creating a program, but I just need time to learn Python and improve my Python strengths while applying it to Java only. And the second topic that I am going to discuss is the toolkit approach that was explained by Jonathan Lewis. Jonathan Lewis gives an example of a Chinese village where there's an old man who was a war hero, and basically the war hero, he was given a festival, and there was a lot of sculptors who um, were saying who were basically sculpting a sculpture of the man. There were a lot. There were big ones, there were small ones, there were detailed, and there was a popularity one, and then there was one about detail, what actually looked like the old man. And when the old man went missing, um, they didn't really know what the old man looked like except for the little sculptures. And basically the sculptures that were all detailed and small, they helped find the old man while the big ones didn't. But the big ones did win a popularity prize. So basically, this applies to the toolkit that you have because you don't want to use one skill that you have to everything you approach. Because, say, for instance, in the Chinese village, you didn't want to use the big, large, um, fancy war hero decorated sculpture that didn't look like the old man to try to find the old man because you're basically trying to find something that doesn't really exist. But if you have the small little sculptures that you use to find the old man, they were actually right for the job, which helped out a lot. And this applies to real life because when you create different methodologies and you have different things, such as um, a company, a company is approaching a new project and say they're actually only used to agile development, but they have different they have a different type of project that doesn't really require an agile development, and it would either go with like a waterfall approach or maybe a rapid application development method instead of just agile. Then it would be a lot more efficient to apply different methodologies instead of just the same old one. Or even if I'm just tech savvy, then I I'm really tech savvy, but I don't have communication skills, and I believe that if I don't have any communication skills in the future, it won't help me land a job or broaden my network to open more opportunities, even though I have a lot more skills that I can show. So it's basically saying that you have a toolkit with you and you don't want to keep one tool with you. You want to keep on adding more tools. You don't want to use a hammer to unscrew a screw. You want to add a screwdriver. You want to add different types of screwdriver. You want to add different skills to your toolkit in order to actually be a successful professional. And the third topic that I would like to discuss is outsourcing. And basically, outsourcing is a company, they transfer their operational activities or a certain activity that they're not good at. They don't have the skills to, they don't have like the certain skills to achieve a certain level of success in these activities to a different company. And there's two types. There's outsourcing and offshoring. Offshoring is going out of the country and trying to find a company outside of the country for cheap to implement this, and then outsourcing is finding an external company within the country to get these jobs done. And an example of this could possibly be Dell. They have their tech support. Their tech support say their tech support is actually based in India instead of the Americas, and this could show advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of this could be cost. This could be very cost efficient. This could actually lower the amount of work that employees existing already have. This could also help build client build relationships with different other companies. But there's a lot of disadvantages to this because even though it is a low cost method, the cost could actually seem to outweigh the benefit the the actual costs that are shown. And there is the fact that even though that it's in a different country, communication just might not be on top, or the other client that you're actually outsourcing to might have just different types of different interests towards you. They might have other clients that they put prioritize over you, or they might have just not very professional methods to handle things, such as when IVK they had the large company that they worked with before. They were just very unattentive, and they were worried about a lot of security issues as well. And this is important because every company looks for outsourcing, and we as in students could possibly face with the position that many employers or companies face of picking a certain company. There's a lot of things to pick with a company, such as if this company fits with us, if this company is big to work with us, if this company actually wants to work with us, if this company's cost is actually good for us, if they actually specialize the skills and they're compatible to work with us. And if not, then it could just lead to disastrous things such as a company that's not reliable, or even a NetEffects situation with IVK where they ended up having to fire NetEffects and just completely start over the project again. And that is my final reflection learning video.